What's up, Trump world? What's going down in the real world? I want to start out by saying that Donald Trump is by far the greatest politician the United States has seen in modern history, both foreign and domestic. Just imagine if our past 7 presidents had been even close to what Trump is right now. You'd probably be paying about 7% tax. You'd probably all be making $50 an hour, and I'm not lying. And the United States would probably be owed money instead of having a national debt. That's fact. That's all. All that's a fact, Jack. Now I want to start out talking about a little something. Finally, somebody started listening to me about these gun rights and started having gun right rallies instead of crying about the rallies against gun rights. Wow, I'm shocked. I give Donald Trump major props on the strike against Syria, man. It's been a long time coming when America ain't the pushover no more. Back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, we had the most powerful Navy in the world. But you know what our politicians did? Sold us out down the river, baby. Ever since the 70s. Actually, ever since 1968, America's been sold down the river. All through the 70s, even to up until Donald Trump got elected. That is how many years of crap Donald Trump has to fix. And I know because I was brought up in the 70s. I seen it with my own eyes. I seen America fall from grace, all the jobs leaving America. I remember when people had plenty of jobs. Our parents used to tell us, when you grow up, son, don't worry, there's going to be a job out there for you, and you'll be able to work and retire and have a happy life like me. My dad used to have a ring with diamonds in it. You understand that? When it was full, they retired with pension, not just as Social Security retirement you get these days. The first law I couldn't imagine that they passed as a little kid was when they passed a law saying that companies did not have to retire you past a certain age. You used to be protected when you reached a certain age. Companies had to keep you. They had to have a really, really, really good reason to fire you way beyond and above any of the other employees. Because you earn that by working for the company for that damn long. Companies used to get a reward for retiring you. Then it turned to where when companies retired you, they got fined money because they had to now pay for your retirement up to a certain extent. Does that make any sense? The government, you pay them through your whole life of working. You earn that retirement money. In fact, when you started working, that money is worth about 50 to 100 times what it was when you started paying into it. I guarantee you, you'll never take that retirement back at retirement age retiring. is not going to happen. But the government conned people and lied to people. It started back at the Cuban crisis when they weren't honest with everybody, told everybody the whole truth, and the people said, no, let's not do this, and the president overturned it and said, no, we can't do that or it's going to mean war. And he violated the law. He violated the Constitution by doing that. And Congress said, oh, yeah, he's right. So they changed the law because they allowed the people to vote on everything like, oh, I don't know, let's go to war or not go to war. The people were going to be wrong every time, and it was going to cause a nuclear war. Well, the truth is the people wouldn't have voted that way if they'd have been told the truth, the whole truth. So the politicians pulled one on the people so they could jerk away the people's rights in America. America is not going to be America ever again until we have the right to vote in order to overpower whatever the government says. We should have had a revolution on that day. We should have took every politician in the Senate, Congress, and the presidency, everybody appointed to office, and gave them a choice to leave the country or get hung from the highest bridge. But America didn't do that. America trusted in the government, and look at us. We got screwed all the way around. Back in the 60s and even the 70s, people had nice jobs. They had houses. But when it came through the 70s, they started screwing over the American people real bad. So for all you snowflakes out there, you don't have any idea or clue what a nice, good America is. You need to listen to the people who love you, who love our fellow Americans and are telling you what's right, instead of trying to just argue with everything because you're an idiot. The only thing you learn in college is how to disagree with everybody and never admit that you're wrong, so that way you're never wrong, which is absolutely not logical whatsoever. Raid on Trump's attorney. Well, I got one thing to say to that. Good. Why do I say that? Screw all the damn attorneys. They're the ones that are screwing over America with all these stupid laws. They give police so much power that police can urge somebody to press charges against you, which is a violation of your constitutional right. Police are not lawyers. They're not allowed to urge anybody to press charges. It's called giving legal advice. But they've twisted the law around so much now, you got no rights. It's a police nation. It's also called turnabout's fair play for all you lawyers and attorneys out there that don't know any better. So I'm glad to see an attorney of high ranking and high stature get his office raided. That ought to teach every attorney out there what's up. I don't care if you're gay, straight, bisexual, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, or whatever. I don't care what release, creed, religion. I don't care what you believe in. Y'all made this a police state, so when the police start raiding all kinds of attorneys' offices, you know, the gay Comey guys go raiding the straight Trump attorney offices. What are they going to do when Trump's people start raiding their attorney offices? And Comey wrote that stupid book, said Trump wasn't fit to be president. Hell, Comey ain't fit to work at a freaking McDonald's. Comey ain't fit, if I was a billionaire, for me to hire him to clean off my toilet after I got done. That's how stupid Comey is. Comey is unfit to be in the FBI. He's unfit to be a police officer. He ain't even fit enough to be a security officer with no gun. That's how fit Comey is. He's a retard reject. Along with all his Comey buddies in the FBI, every one of them need to be fired and canned. Trump needs to clean out the FBI. Period. And then turn the FBI against all these crooked politicians. You think there's been a lot of arrests now with this, child pornography stuff? You know, where they're kidnapping kids and selling them off to foreign nations and stuff like that. There've been about, what, 3,000 arrests plus since Trump's been president. And I think it was way over 2,000 in his first year. And that ain't nothing. You take all the child pornography stuff and put it together, and now it's almost hit 10,000 arrests, or actually I think it has hit 10,000 arrests. It's unheard of in any presidency. That's called cleaning out the trash. Now, what happens when he does take control of the FBI and they turn the heat up? Yeah, baby. There's going to be a whole lot Mark Connors of the world going to prison. And I, for one, am going to enjoy every bit of that. There's a little fat minion out there whose wife left him. I can't believe she's ever married that slob. Can you? Y'all know who I'm talking about, don't you? Oh, Ricky Rick. Oh, poor little drunk. His poor little wife left him. Hell, I don't blame her. Ain't no woman wants to be with a teeny weeny tiny fat pig that can't even get it up. Not only that, you're a fat slob on the inside, not just the outside. And we know which Rick Smith I'm talking about. Not everybody does. There's a lot of Rick Smiths out there. It could be anybody. There's a bunch of Mark Connors out there too. I could be talking about anybody. Could be ex-fireman, DJ, or even an ex-country singer. Huh. But everybody that's been following all this Patriot movement for the past 2 years or year and a half, or even a year, you know what's up. So yeah, I say it's a good thing Donald Trump's attorney got raided. It just shows the abuse of power that our police nation has come or succumbed to. Well, why did they raid him? Did they even have probable cause? I doubt it. Because if it was an IRS issue, the IRS would have raided his office, not the FBI. Y'all think about that? That was the excuse they gave. And he's not guilty of anything because he's way too smart to have committed fraud on his taxes. And all that will come out in the wash. They're just trying to find any little piece of dirt they can get on Trump. They are reaching like into the toilet and wherever it came out at. They are going through by hand. They're on their hands and knees going through a big mountain pile of BS. Trying to find that one little bitty tiny teeny weeny needlehead, the sharp end, that big. And that mountain about the size of freaking Mars. You can forget the moon, it's too small. That's what's going on. It's called a police nation, folks. If y'all don't start voting in the Christians and the gun advocates of this nation, there ain't no like-minded movement. All you like-minded movement faggot ass sons of bitches can take that and stick it up your ass. This ain't a nation of weak Christians no more. This is a Christian movement. You're either behind us or you're on the other side. And if you call it a like-minded movement, like I said, you can take that and stick it up your faggot ass. Anybody got a problem with that? This old man got a ring right here for $20, waiting for the next victim. I don't care if you're ex-WWE faggot wrestler or not. I don't care who you are. I don't care how big you think you are. I'm not scared of you. I'll meet you anytime, any place. Because I'm going to back up what I say. Period. You don't like what I say, you ain't got to listen to it. I really don't care what you do. But here's the truth of the matter, folks. America better wake up and wake up fast, because the non-Christians And if all of y'all think about this for a minute, it's the only thing that makes sense. Christians are good people. Whether we cuss, drink, or whatever, we're good-natured people. We care about other people. We love other people. People who are not Christians do nothing but spread the hate and discontent in the world. Period. And y'all can argue whatever you want to argue. Oh, religion causes wars. No. We don't want to hear that. Christians have never blatantly attacked anybody in the world history. I'm going to say that again. They have never blatantly attacked anybody in world history unless they were evil. Anybody know the history of Burma? You kind of got to be an idiot not to know the history of what took place there. Does anybody truly know about North Korea and its slave workforce? They don't have any retirement in North Korea. If you don't work in that mine because you're sick one day, you got pneumonia and you can't work, period, because you're coughing, oh, and you're hurt, oh, God, you just want to pass out and you're dizzy, you're spinning. You know how y'all crumble up in the bed and take your little medicine? Now, in North Korea, they take the butt of the rifle, they knock you in the head. When you fall on the ground, they beat your brains in. They literally crush your skull and you die. That's your retirement in North Korea. Those are the evil people. Those are the people that God said to attack. So I'm calling out to all Christians, it's time to wake up. It's no longer time to turn the other cheek and listen to that lie propagated by non-Christians. When somebody slaps you in the face, you beat the hell out of them. Period. If they go out of their way to harass you with dirty looks and whatnot, back your truck right up into their car. Who cares? I'll say it's time to kick ass on all the non-Christians. They want to keep starting the BS? Bring it. And I'm going to say something else. They know as well as I know that if we elected them into office, the whole world would be against them. And what are they going to do if some religious fanatic does gain control and we have a police state? Their offices are not going to be making any money. The lawyers, I don't care who. Because the police will use foreign police. The police will lose their jobs. Oh, I know they say, oh, I can never lose my job. I got a job for life. Oh, no, when they change them laws and they start hiring people from China because they're cheaper to hire, or Burma or Mexico or Venezuela, and people ain't got no jobs, come over here and be the police and put your ass in prison for being a Christian or being gay or whatever, is then that you'll realize what us slightly older folks have seen take place in America already and where it's headed. Your only chance for salvation in the United States is to vote in more working people. Christians, good people. That is your only chance to having a good life in America. And your kids. It's their only chance. Now, you might not really care and love about your kids because you're not really a Christian. That's your business. For all you now claim you're a communist or a snowflake, that's just idiotic. Because let me tell you something, a true person who's made up their mind that they're for God, they stand their ground, they draw the line, and even if they starve to death, they're never going to take the side of Satan. Don't you realize the Bible explains that? There were people sent to hell who did not belong in hell. You ought to read that book, The Key to Pilate. It answers a lot of that. Christ got the key. called the key to plate. That's the doors of hell, the gates of hell, if you will. He opened them up, went into hell, so Jesus has been in hell. And he gathered up all the people that didn't belong in hell and took them to heaven and locked them doors back up. You know what? Those people never lost faith in God, and they had to go to hell. Hell, you're not even in hell. You don't even have a clue what hell is. So you better make up your mind now what side of the line you want to be on. Hell, if you're homeless, go live in a damn shelter till you get a job. There's your socialism right there. And actually, under socialism, there ain't no homeless shelters. Russia did away with all their homeless shelters. People have to rely on good people bringing them food in Russia. Only under UN pressure did they even put up tents a couple of years ago when it got super cold out for the homeless people. And even then, they couldn't put out enough tents. So people were only allowed to go in there for like 30 minutes at a time to warm up. So they froze to death. And there are still people that froze to death. That's your communism and socialism. Actually, Russia is a socialist nation these days. It's not really. It used to be communist Russia. And they still don't have a freedom of vote over there. It's a controlled vote. Meaning if you own a business, you get to vote. But you don't have to let your workers vote. Not like you do in America. You people don't even know nothing, man. You think you do. You don't even know any Russians. You don't know any people from the Macedonian countries or how their countries work because you're idiots. You think because you've been to college you know something? You don't even know their culture. Because you don't love people enough to go out and meet them and get to know them and talk to them. There's a better education in doing that than there is going to college and thinking you know something. You learn more about people from Mexico living down here on the border than you do living in Wisconsin, learning all the Spanish in the world, learning all about all these Spanish and Mexican countries and South American countries and whatnot in college. You learn more right here just talking to people. That's pretty pathetic when it comes to culture. America has lost sight when it comes to its education. They don't have a damn clue. They don't even teach history. And what history they do teach, they don't even teach it properly. You learn more about history watching YouTube history channels than you do in college. In college, you might learn about the Roman Empire, woohoo, and how hoo-hoo took over. See, the Roman Empire didn't get that way from a hoo-hoo. Got that way from a straight guy whose hoo-hoo's son betrayed the family and killed him. A son killing his father because he wasn't going to leave him a crown. You see that a lot going on today. Kids killing their parents because they ain't got a job. Parents kicking them out the house. They're scared. They don't know what to do. It's partially the parents' fault for not teaching them properly, for not spanking that ass when they were bad. And that's really the lawyers and attorneys' fault. So it's coming back to bite them in the ass, especially when their kids turn out to be druggies and go to prison. Turnabout's fair play, ain't it, Mr. Lawyers and attorneys? So you lawyers and attorneys better wake the hell up. Stop playing this snow cone job, trying to put fog out in front of everybody's eyes, pissing on us and tell us it's only raining. It's good for you. All those chemicals in the water that you're drinking, they're all natural. Quit lying to the American people. You need to help. Get in the fight and make things right. Oh, you're scared? Well, let me give you a little hint. Go and get a real job for a few years and then come back and tell me how scared you are. Once you learn to hack it, like, I don't know, in a construction job, you can hack it anywhere. If you can't hack it in a construction job, well, you're just a wimp. Well, unless you got a physical medical issue, and I'm not talking about you people using that for an excuse. You know who you are. So if you ask me about the raid on Trump's attorney, I'll say that's just a prime example of the way America's headed. Oh, he'll get through it. They're not going to get nothing on him. Just like they couldn't get nothing on Trump. Not going to get nothing on Trump. I predict some firings coming up in the FBI. I predict several investigations coming up against Hillary Clinton and Obama. I predict Donald Trump getting control of the FBI, kicking ass and taking names, and then getting reelected. No, it's not going to make Canada happy. It's not going to make Russia happy. But guess what? We don't care about your dumbass countries. We care about America and Americans first. So you take your Canadian, Netherlands, Switzerland, Russian, Germany, France, you can take all your damn countries and stick them straight up your asses for all we care. We're sick and tired of you punks coming over here trying to screw up America. We took America back when we voted in Trump, and we're going to keep on kicking ass and taking names at the voting booth. And there ain't a damn thing you can do about it because you're a bunch of liberal-ass snowflake sissies. Just like California, Oregon, Washington, Michigan, Alabama, New York, New Jersey, Maine, Massachusetts, all them states up in there. Let me tell you something. This county is red. I wear this hat everywhere I go, and people love it down here. People's minds in this whole region have changed. They want that wall up. They want people to cross the border legally. And down here, folks, Tejanos, Texicans are the majority. Not the blacks and the whites. Certainly not the Indians. Chinese, Oriental, whatever you are. It's Mexican Americans. A lot of them got families in Mexico, but they understand the problems that they've been having, not having that wall. Oh, jobs had to fall eventually. Look at who they're employing. Bunch of misfits. It's going to go back down again. It still certainly didn't go up to any numbers like it was when Obama was president, or Bill Clinton for that matter, or Bush, God forbid. Bush was a sorry scumbag president too. He gave Texas a bad name. I don't even think his family's from Texas. I think he just talked with a Texas slang accent because he was raised here. I think that family's from somewhere like Sweden. Don't they look beady-eyed and Swedish? The whole family does. You know how Swedes are kind of slow? Kind of like that one Bush that was running against Donald Trump. Mr. No Energy. Yeah, that's where I think that family's from. And no, Hitler did not have it right. Hitler had it wrong. That's why the world turned against him. Just like now. Evil's biting evil in the ass. They arrest one guy, and he's talking. Oh, he did this, and she did that, and they're rounding up all of them left and right. Your liberal snowflake heroes are going to prison, and they're going to keep going to prison for the crimes that they've committed. That's just the way it is. It's like a wheel. You ever notice that? The bad gets rule for a while. We get fed up, then the good get the rule, and then they get a little bit too nice to the evil people and help them out too much, and they gain in power and learn, and then they get control for a while, and then it just keeps turning back around and around and around, don't it? Ain't that sweet? The problem is when it gets off balance. We can't have it off balance. There's too many other countries out there been taken off by the balance. We got to fix America first before we can think about fixing these other countries. America's trying to keep peace around the world. It will fail. America cannot keep peace around the world. We don't even have peace here. We're being attacked from within. We got to get out and vote. We got to vote in the good Christian American people back into this country like it was prior to the 70s. I'm not saying revert back to the way a lot of things were, where they were shooting kids for protesting in colleges. Oh, hell no. Those were the evil people doing that. Those evil people that snuck in to office in certain states. Okay? Even then, they didn't have enough Christians in office. We need more Christians in office. We need to have and allow the Christians to take full control of this country for about the next 100 years. Then maybe we can go throughout the world and still in peace. A lot of new technology coming out in our military that other countries ain't even close to having. Russia thinks it's got a super bomber. They only got only so many. I forgot the number. It ain't very many. Those sweep wing bombers, like the F-14 Tomcat was a sweep wing fighter. Well, they got that bomber that's a sweep wing. The wings fold back in so it can fly faster. Well, that's okay, because we got bombers too. We got better bombers and a lot more bombers than they do. And whatever you heard that they got, we got. Probably already had it. I'll give you an example. That new aircraft carrier that's floating around at sea right now, we got a new one coming out that makes that one look obsolete almost. How about that new Abrams tank they're working on? The recoilless 155 howitzer cannon on a main battle tank. Now, it's only going to have a 4-man crew if they decide to build it. But they're also working on a new tank with a 5-man crew with a 155 cannon on it. The cannon don't recoil, so now they can put it on a tank, a main battle tank, and move that sucker and fire it however they want. The only drawback to doing that in the past is there was no way to put a gun that big on a tank, a main battle tank, like the Abrams 120 millimeter 122 that they use, is because of the recoil. The recoil would mess up the ball bearings down there or the gyro. And so there was nothing there. I mean, there was nothing that could sustain that. Well, now that you don't have all that recoil, just a boom with no recoil down on the base, just the gun moving slightly, boom, instead of boom, you got a boom, 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 boom. You see what I'm saying? Anybody that knows anything about mechanics, ask them. Like your wives, ask your husband. They'll explain it to you. Or some guy, your neighbor or whatever. That kind of firepower changes the battlefield completely. I'll put it to you this way. Whatever one round hits, it destroys, period. And it can be used like a cannon. I would have a shorter barrel so it won't have the distance, but I still have plenty of distance. It's going to have to be a bigger tank, carry more rounds, carry extra crew member to do more electronic jobs like control drones and whatnot while the tank's moving. That makes sense. They also got a electromagnetic gun getting put on Army tanks like the ones they got on the cruisers now. Working on one of them tanks. That's probably going to be your tank destroyer. And it'll probably be a tank destroyer / main battle tank. I guarantee you whatever that is history. And it's going to have greater range than a 155 howitzer cannon put on a main battle tank. Could you imagine those tanks rolling down a battle? We just refurbished 1,000 Abrams. They're working on the next 1,000 now and send them over there to Syria. That's why Russia ain't messing with us over there, Syria. We own that region. Wherever those tanks go, we own the area. And that's just with a 120 millimeter on it. Imagine if we put that kind of cannon I'm talking about on them tanks that they are going to put them on and put them out. That's just one example, folks. So we have the greatest military in the world. In the air, definitely by Navy. What's Russia going to do with this 2 little aircraft carrier? It only keeps 1 out at sea at a time. Only got 1 right now that's operable. We keep 10, and we keep 1 in reserve. We're talking about now maybe going to an 11 carrier fleet and keeping 2 in reserve. Because we can sustain that. But Russia can't. Y'all really scared of Russia? However many nukes they got, we got 1,000 times more nukes. Russia's too poor to keep up with America. China's too poor to keep up with America. You know what a Chinese tank is? Show you the comparison. This is steel. You squeeze it a little bit, it don't really bend. See my fingers? Squeeze it, it don't bend. You squeeze this one with the exact same force, there went the Chinese tank. That's a fact, folks. Guaranteed fact. What about the French tank, people say? Well, the top of the tank is just like this can. You fire an anti-tank round at it, it blows up on top of the tank, not on the tank, but above it, lets down those heat rounds down there, the phosphorus, burns right through the tank and blows it up because it hits the ammo rack. At the very least, if it just hit the engine, tank can't move. It's a dead tank. So there's no military in the world that's going to mess with our military. Turkey ain't going to do nothing. I guarantee it. And after the first battle, they're going to run. I know. I've been there and seen it, folks. All you got to do is do your little research and homework if you ain't. But when it comes to this country, we got a lot of work to do here before we go worrying about Syria and Iraq and Afghanistan. The problem is we've had to stick our nose in over there at the Middle East. As far as North Korea goes, I said, what are you waiting for? Invade the son of the bitches, and if Russia and China sticks their nose across the border, bomb them too. Tell them keep your place back on the other side of the border. They don't like it, keep bombing them. Bomb them further back. And every time you bomb them, you say, okay, are you going to stay on your side of the border or are we going to keep bombing you? Because once you sweep North Korea, it's a done deal. And with as many aircraft carriers we could put over there with that many planes, China and Russia can't do nothing. We will own the sky. It's a fact. So why are we not attacking North Korea? Because people like Trump don't really want unnecessary bloodshed. He's trying to be the good person, do the right thing. Be it politically correct, be I agree with it or not. He's a president. And let me tell you what a politician is. A politician is not a career. They have lied to you. A politician, it means to serve the people. Not the other way around, where you pass laws against the people. That's where we got lied to, and that started up in the 70s. See, back then, Walmart was known as being the last company to sell all made in USA products. And then slowly, one by one, there were no products of this product or that product. Remember the water hose? For you folks brought up in the 70s, tell your kids about that. See, they used to make water hose here in the United States. And all the water hose companies left. Yeah, we got, what, one or two here now, but they make water hose that cost 5 times as much. For the same length anyway. Oh, you can get one for $20 more, but it ain't going to be as long. You understand? Your main water hose are being made in other countries. So Walmart had to start selling products made out of China. Otherwise, it could sell any water hose. And that's where it started, folks, back in the 70s. So all you people born in the 70s or later, you don't have a damn clue. So listen to people like me when I tell you we need to go back to having those products made in America. Then you can have a job, then you can retire and be happy. If you don't vote for good people, you're never going to have those jobs. You're never going to retire. You're going to be a bum the rest of your life. Is that what you want for yourself? Really? I don't think so. So get in line behind the Christians and don't try to pretend you're a leader when you're not. If you're not a conservative, you're not a leader. You don't control nothing in this movement. So be a soldier, just like me. Just be a soldier. Get in there and fight the good fight. No matter how poor or rich you are, if you're fighting a good fight and everybody does this, we're going to win. All you little young kids out there that are crying because you're scared you can't get a job because you only put 5 applications out in a week and you think you did something. Let me tell you something. Sometimes you got to go put out 50 applications in a week. Sometimes month to month to month, you got to go back and keep putting applications in, especially at the jobs you think it's not possible for you to get. Because I've seen a lot of people get jobs that way and go on to live really good lives. Quit crying and whining about you a bum. You're a loser. You're garbage. It's not true. If you want to work, you will find a job. Of course, unless you live in California, I can't speak for you communist nation out there. You know, the nation that runs a flag with the Soviet communist red star on it? I can't speak for you, you liberal states. You know, you snowflake land masses. But I'm pretty sure even in those states you can get a job if you really want to. You can't be afraid to work at McDonald's. You work at McDonald's and go to college, or Starbucks and go to college. Hey, you can become a manager. You get a little experience, you get to work somewhere else being a manager. Think about it. You got to use your brain, man. That's what God gave you a brain for. Why don't you try being a fighter instead of a quitter? You're not a loser. You're a quitter if you give up. Don't give up. Just like in this country when it comes to our voting rights. So you can do all this you want, but if you go to the voting booth and vote for the good American people who believe in the original Constitution, right to bear arms, freedom of speech, protection from wrongful search and seizure, those kind of things, right to vote, power to the people over the government. You vote for those things on a regular basis. You vote for the good Christian people and spread the word about these bad people. So people won't vote for them. I guarantee you we will take back America. And America can become greater than you have ever seen or heard of in your life. Because I was born in that area, and I guarantee you we've had it, we've been there, and we can do it again. It's all about your vote. Idiot, you're going to lose America because Americans were idiots. That's what Germany and France did, and the Netherlands and Swiss. They went to the voting booth, or they didn't go. Good people said, vote don't count. Actually, it does count. So you got to get off your couch and get out there and vote. You hear me? Get involved. Find out who to vote for. You got to get involved at least that much. Take the time out from your damn video games. Get out and vote. That's your real game right there. You want a life where you can have plenty of money that when you come home on the weekends, you can play whatever game you want, have $500 a week to spend on games? Get out and vote for the good people to run this country and build it back up again. I guarantee you'll have a job where you can blow $500 a week on a video game if you want, still have money left over every month. It's a fact. Some of you I know blow $1,000 on the game. How'd you like to be able to do that every day? You a bum right now? Why don't you try something for a change? Something good. Not surprise yourself. But as far as all this goes, just a bunch of this. Nothing surprising here. I don't even know what the big hubbub is about it. Or hubbub, as they say. It's normal crooked politics trying to go against the good. Always trying to bring a good man down. Which reminds me of a song. Can't bring a good man down. No, no. Yeah, y'all remember that song, don't you? And with that note, I'm going to holler at you. What's up, plastic pimps? Oh, don't worry. My little minions, they'll be on here watching before too long. And I see the Connors clan is already on it, like that quick. You can always tell because there's always 3 thumbs down right off the bat. When my folks get on here and watch this video, there's going to be more thumbs up than thumbs down. See, I kind of retired from doing these videos because the Connors clan, we took them down and put them out of business. Just like we've done many in the past. Crooked bastard, child molesting punks. That's all they are. A child molesting clan that was going after rich people's money by getting these whores to marry them and set them up on federal charges. And we shut them down, didn't we? They got nothing. Everybody knows who they are now. Mark can't sell no coffee or CDs or nothing else. Can you, Mark? You poor little baby. Ain't nobody gonna hire you and Ricky Rick to go out there and sing any music. It's over. Life. You're done with. You're done with too, Rick. All your little bitch ass punks that backed you up. Oh, we know who they are. Yeah, we won that battle. So see, I quit doing videos because if I do a video, then they got a platform. They'll do videos. And they'll probably do a video after this video. And I don't care. I could care less. So, I want to say cheers to everybody out there. Yeah, I'm actually drinking coffee and tea today. So cheers to everybody out there, you good people out there. And I'm going to give everybody else the number one finger because we don't care about you. We don't care what you do. You can say all these lies about me and anybody else that you want to. It just doesn't mean anything. You can't bring me down. Nothing here to bring down. I don't sell coffee. I don't sell CDs, and I'll bet you I could sing a song better than Mark Connors. I'll bet you that. Somebody put me in front of a good band, I'll bet you I could sell more albums with my first album than Mark Connors ever did his entire career. That's what I bet. I'd just do it for 1 year just to prove it. How bad he sucked. He can't even purchase it. His music was. That's how bad it is. What kind of stupid he is. He's still living like he's some punk jamming back to 1982 or 81-year-old guitar he purchased way back then. Electric guitar. He jams out. Y'all see him jamming out to that BS? It's outdated crap. He doesn't even know what modern music is. He's stupid. Even the country singers don't use that kind of music no more. How stupid you are, Mark. That's why we shut you down, put you out of business. Call a boycott. You don't like it? I don't care. You can line up behind the other 100,000 people want to kiss my ass. Because people like you are going to start going down from now on, and they're going to keep going down. You know why? Because I taught too many people, and I started a trend. And ain't a damn thing you can do about it. So to crawl up in the corner and cry about it, or maybe move to the homeless shelter after that bitch of yours gets tired of your ass and boots you out of her house. I'm pretty sure she's tired of supporting you with her $280,000 a year income that she doesn't even work for. What's sad is that you live with a freaking snowflake liberal. You're a sellout. You sold out for the money because she gets her money from a trust fund. Oh, it'd be nice for any guy to hook up with a nice piece of woman like that and, and have her as his sugar mama because the man's too lazy to work. He's too stupid to open up his own business with that kind of yearly income. Pretty pathetic, actually. So you're not rich beyond anybody's wild imagination. You're not rich compared to me. You're a poor, pathetic piece of trash. That's what you're going to be for the rest of your life. I couldn't imagine having a $200,000, $300,000 income and being too stupid to open up a real profitable business. That's pretty damn pathetic. Of course, if you did, ain't nobody going to go there because you're a child molester. And she's so pathetic she can't even gain custody of her own kids. And she's got all the money in the world and couldn't gain custody of her own kids. You know why? Because of her prostitution and her background and her porn. Ain't that a bitch that we found all that on that bitch? And all that about you? You're a losing family. You're losers. You lost. Game over, man. It's been over. That's why I ain't been doing no videos like politics or about your stupid asses no more. And trust me when I tell you, they're going to take back this country, and we already started. There ain't a damn thing you can do about it. And I'll be glad that just like when Ricky Rick's wife left him, that this bitch kicks you out of her house. Because when she gets tired of you, trust me, you're gone. And if you don't get your butt kicked by her new boyfriend, it'll only be because she told him not to hurt you. But it is coming, Mark, because you're too old, man. You're too old. Look at you. You shrivel up like Bill Clinton shriveled up. Remember how pale and he was sprinkled up. Look at Hillary, how she used to be when she was young compared to now. She looked like Mark. Well, I think you look worse than Bill Clinton. So your days are numbered. I think it's called stress. And a woman like her that is a nympho, she is a nympho, Mark, because, and you know why I know that? Because of them thousands and thousands and thousands of porn videos that she did. Ain't no way a woman could do that many porn videos at that age and not be a freaky dude nymphomaniac. And you can't get that stubby up no more, no matter how big it might be. Sorry, women are leaving you. You can't use them to use men no more for to try to steal their houses, monies, and cars. And that woman you got's going to leave you for somebody who can get it up. I guarantee it, because for people like her and you, it was all about sex. Because you think sex is the way to control people. It doesn't control everybody. You just thought it did. But irregardless, in the end, that's a poisonous snake that is going to come around and bite you in the ass, bitch. So just like I was laughing my ass off at Rick over there, because evil begots evil, she left him for a bigger, wangy do. Your woman's going to leave you for a hard wangy do. That's just pathetic. Snowflakes like you remind me of my balls down there. Left nut says to the right nut, can I bang you tonight? Right nut says to the left nut, I don't see why not. You bang me every day, all day long anyway. Yeah. Little joke I made. I make up all kinds of jokes when I'm playing video game. A little something y'all probably don't know about me. But let's keep it straight out there, okay? Because once you turn the other cheek, it's gonna be like that canoe trip downriver. You know the one where they said, squeal like a pig, and the guy said, wee! And then come around about, what was it, that third time? That guy went, squeal like a pig, and he goes, ah! Yeah. It's gonna feel like that, Mark, when she boot your ass to the curb. Oh, it's coming. I definitely guarantee it. But look here, I did you a favor. I did a political video, and I included your name in on it because I didn't want to leave you out. I wanted to make sure you had something to do a video game about so you can come back out of your depression and go, Bob did a video. I could do a video now because Bob did a video. That's pretty pathetic, Mark, when you got no platform no more unless I do a damn video and mention your name. That is what I call a loser. Stamp to your forehead, Mark. It's been what, damn near a month now. I ain't heard a peep out of you. Nothing. Because ain't nobody ever going to listen to you again. I brought you down, and I'm a nobody. There was nobody over here. I had a couple thousand people at a time watching me. But I ain't on Facebook no more. I came over here. I still got a lot of people watching some more videos. You scroll down through my 4 YouTube accounts, all of which are active now again, folks. Every single one of them. I can go back to my original Trumpers and Conservatives and do a video. See, I ran a circle around your ass, Mark, and you lost. Couldn't even shut me down on YouTube. Couldn't shut me down on Gab. That's why I left Facebook for Gab. You're a loser, man. Couldn't keep up. And I had other video networks I was throwing at you, and you didn't even know it. I'd make fun of you behind your back. That's right. YouTube wasn't my main video outlet. You just thought it was. So while you're out there searching for my main video outlet, wondering what I'm talking about, once you figure it out, you might catch a clue. It's about a year too late. But then that's you're just plain stupid, and I can't fix stupid. Ignorant, I can fix. As long as they'll learn something and you can educate them. But stupid, well, they don't make a tool in the world that can fix stupid. So when your stupid ass woman wakes up and grows a brain, I would call her ignorant, but she's just plain stupid. But eventually she'll wake up, not because she had a thought, but because, remember, she's a nymphomaniac. She needs a good stiff one, Mark, and you ain't got that no more. When you smell that writing on the wall, when you smell it, it's that time to leave on the wall. Just pack your shit up and go, Mark. Get out there in that home living RV of yours. Move down to the river. You know, down there, all other bums live by some homeless shelter where you can walk up there and get your soup. Make sure you park that RV where they can't hardly see it. Because if they catch you down there with the homeless people and they see that RV down there, they're probably going to impound it. Because you illegally parked. Just remember, I told you that. It's coming your way, Mark. Homelessness. Because you chose the lifestyle that you lived. Nobody told you to go do that. I'm pretty sure people told you to invest your money or go get a damn job, a real job. But you said, no, I got this, man. I'm cool. I got all these women that just do whatever I tell them to. They'll go marry that rich guy over there and take his money. Like that one recently that married that rich dude. And the next year he died. And she got all his millions of dollars. How much did she share with you, Mark? Oh, that's right. Zero. So you got screwed over by one of your whores after you set her up to marry a rich guy. Mark, you're a puppet to a little tramp stamp of yours. That's all you are, a little puppet. You are the whore. You're bought and paid for. Yes, fixing to get fired because guess what? There ain't no room for limpy dick. Ain't no room for limpy dick. No, once you go limp at your age and your woman's not your wife, she's your sugar mama, she's going to do like sugar daddy does when a woman can't perform no more. That is an evil guy. He's going to kick her to the curb. Now, a Christian guy whose marriage just ain't for him, he'd probably take care of her the rest of his life. But that's different. That's more like a marriage. You don't have that because you're not Christian. She's not a Christian. She's more like a porn star, store-bought hooker. Be fine on the street corner. The only difference is she's got a family trust fund she gets a lot of money from. And you're living off of her. You're using her. And when she's had enough of it, Mark, she wants a good, young, hard dick. You're out of there, bitch. That's right. Remember I told you so. Okay? I'm giving you advice here, Mark. Go get a damn job. Even though, I don't know, washing dishes. Making $8.50 an hour. Yeah. You can do it. I guarantee you can do it. Actually, a good dishwasher can make around $12 an hour these days. Yeah, maybe 10. Get the big automatic one, but somebody got to operate it. It's hard work, Mark, but you can do it. Take your Viagra every day. Now, I know that Viagra in your condition is not going to help you get a stiff one, but it might give you enough energy to actually do a little bit of work. And if that's too much work for you, putting the dishes in the dishwasher and pushing the button, there's always Walmart. You can go up there and be a greeter at the door. And you can pretend you sing country. How you doing today? Oh, well, in your case, it'd be, how you doing today? And I got that straight off of when you sung the national anthem. I have never, ever in my life heard a national anthem. Y'all Google this. Google national anthem. But right before that, punch in Mark Connors. And then punch in national anthem. All 4 words. Mark Connors, national anthem. I promise you, it is the worst national anthem you have ever heard in your life. If Carolina Reapers are the hottest pepper in the world or up there with the hottest, that's got to be the absolute worst singing you ever have heard in your life. And if it's not, come back and tell me, because I'll bet you right now, I'll bet anybody right now, there's never, ever been anybody tear up the national anthem the way Mark Connors did. And he's stupid enough to post that stuff like he did something good. Oh, God, he tore that thing up. It's kind of what kind of person he is. He's just a low-life scumbag. Because there ain't no righteous person on earth would have posted that online. It's like torture to the American people. But he does work for a liberal bitch who probably told him to post it. Just to torture Americans. That's why he went down, Mark. Because you're a snowflake liberal, socialist, Democrat, Obama, Hillary loving punk. You sold out. You sold out to Infinity SN, which is the George Soros and Zuckerberg Facebook, so they could trash Facebook and start up anew. It didn't work, did it? All they did is everybody watching the stocks fall on Facebook. Well, I got 2 words for Facebook and Zuckerberg. Fuck you. And if you want to make it 3 words, just say, fuck you, the Zucker bitch. From a Trumpster to the socialist bitch. See, once you sell out, Mark, there ain't no going back over to this side of the line. You're stuck on that side. And like I've been telling you for the past 8 months, go buy you some rubber, go buy you some pots and pans, start melting that rubber down. Get you some of them round tubes, stick them in the oven, with caps on them, fill it up, hammer it in, whatever you got to do. That way, once you get done cooking it or melting it, you pour it in there. In other words, make you a mold, a 32-inch mold. You're the one who brought the 32-inch dildo up, Mark. So I'm just telling you how to make money. Like I've been for the past 8 months, but you don't listen because you're stupid. But I'm gonna try again. I got faith even in a dumbass punk like you that you can get a job, even working for yourself. So go make you some rubber dildos. You might even make them in half and then glue them together, melt them together. Actually, you do it whenever, I think, just like a mold, you just, when they're the right melting, you just put the molds together, click them together, screw them together. Just a little turn, and they'll just kind of, when they dry, it'll be all one 2-sided dildo with a big set of balls in them. I don't know. You can do it however you want to do it. But if you go into the dildo making business, you can sell Mark Connor dildos at all the gay bars and make you a lot of money. And then dress up like Boy George, start singing your sorry ass country music again, but do it with a piano instead this time, like Elton John. Dress up in all them flamboyant colors. Man, you could be the Boy George Elton John of country music. You might even make a gold platinum album and just make $1 million all over again. I need to quit giving you ideas. You might actually get rich off my ideas that I'm trying to help you out with. Then again, you're the one that brought up the 32-inch dildo that actually belongs to you. That's how you know exactly where you keep it in the drawer, right? What was that? Top and two, was it the left or the right? I can't remember. I think it was top, and I'm going to say to the left. Was the right top and to the right side of the drawer, wasn't it? That's right. Poor Mark Connors got his ass beat down by a bunch of nobodies. Well, we had our celebration over it. So you can come at me all you want, but I was never trying to sell anything. I wasn't trying to be an internet blabbermouth like you. The only reason I started doing videos was because of all you fake patriots out there. Now, Jeremy Harrell, a loser. And you, Mark Connors. And we've been pretty successful. We shut it all down. The Build the Wall scam, Infinity scam, Get Off the BS, Ad Media Company. We shut your ass down. And you're supposed to be Mr. I'm Rich. 80,000 followers buying this product every month. It's a damn shame. How many you got now? Oh, that's right. Big fat zero. That's what happens when you're a liberal, lying ass bitch pretending to be a Trumpster or a patriot, especially pretending to be a Christian, which you're not. Christians ain't weak, bitch. I think you learned that with me and a bunch of other people the hard way, didn't you? You just thought we were weak. Now that you went through your whole life deceived and you're fixing to end up being homeless because your bitch is fixing to kick you to the curb for having a limp dick. It's a damn shame you wouldn't listen to your parents when you was a kid. Hey, your mama disowned you. We done talked to her. Your family don't want nothing to do with you. Because by their description, you're an infidel. Does that word sound familiar in the family, Mark? Oh, yeah, I talked to Mama. Yeah. I even talked to your sister a little bit, too, but I can't talk about that too much because I kind of promised her. Oh, but I got some good information. She backstabbed your ass, too. She sold you out for cheap. All I got to do is go on a secret date with her, and it's only in promise. Her husband. Turns out she's a little nympho freak, too. But what you did to her when she was young and you were young, that's just unheard of, Mark. But I think that's where you started your child molesting and raping at, was on your sister. Didn't it? And then you moved from your sister to her younger girlfriend and so on. And when you got older, you working on that ranch, you thought them three underage women or girls, not women, that was ages 13, 15, and 17, you thought, well, minded you your sister and her younger friend, didn't it? You, Mark, are what we call a pedophile. You might not be registered pedophile, you're a convicted pedophile. And we know your money at the time kept you out of prison and out of 2 or 3 convictions on it, but we know you did it. I got a little something else in the mail, Mark, from somebody in prison. And I hear he's got an appeal coming. And I also hear that when he gets out, I'm not saying he said this, but he might be looking for you in a roundabout way, or maybe directly. I also found out through him about somebody else you screwed over. And I heard they're coming up to getting out of prison here real soon. Mark, you fix to have a whole lot of people looking for you, and wherever you move, I am going to make damn sure they got your address. So when you screw people over the way you have, Mark, payback is a bitch. Now, I try to tell him, nah, don't hurt the guy. He's fixing to go homeless after she kicks him to the curb, and he's going to die a homeless man of old age, shrunken up, shriveled, limp dick, rapist, child molester. And they all kind of agreed so far. But who knows? Anything's possible. What I do, Mark, what I do know is if I were you, I smell that. Get the hell out of her house now. Pack up, sell that RV, go buy you a tent that's smaller. You can hide it in the neck of woods and nobody will see it. Get you a bunch of sterno saved up in the next tent next to you. And when the bear or snakes ain't over there, you can go over and get your sterno and stay warm in the wintertime and cook your little dinners. You can buy your bottle of water, put it up on a rack and have your little bit of running water. You need to take your little whore bath. About once a week ought to do you, because you stink anyway. Pretty damn pathetic, ain't it? That's the kind of life you're headed toward, Mark. So you better get you a job, because she's fixing to kick you to the curb. At least that's what I heard from somebody that knows you, that knows her real good. You know why I know that? Because when one woman tells another man it's not your fault, it is your fault. When a woman tells another woman that her man's gone limp, slinky dinky, I mean, she's fixing to leave his ass. But in this case, she is the one that wears pants in the family. She got all the money. She owns the house. It means you're fixing to get kicked to the curb. What the hell are you going to do with your cars? My God, you're fixing to lose your cars. What about your sound studio? Your guitar and all that equipment and music equipment. What are you going to do with all that, Mark? It's too old to sell. Ain't nobody wants it. You might buy it for a museum piece. You might get $500 for it, but hell, $500 will buy you a tent or two and sterno and a few jugs of water and a little bit of gas. So you can buy your little trailer, put it behind your little moped, and drive to the homeless camp. You did have a motorcycle, didn't you? You still got a motorcycle? Oh, you had to sell that, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you what, go buy a moped. You can get you a solar panel and charge it up every day right next to your tent. Yeah, Mark, we don't care about you. See? Because you're pure filthy trash and you're getting what you deserve. Rick got what he deserved. Now you getting what. Oh, my name's Rick. Somebody call 911. Remember that dude? Mark, you look worse than he does. I hope you took my advice and went to the doctor and got checked out. Are you taking your medication? You need little psycho pills and anti-heart attack pills and antidepressant pills and all them other 20 pills the doctor gave you. You need to be taking all of them in your condition. As bad as you look, man, dude, I almost came this close to feeling sorry for you for 0.08 seconds. And in the life of an android, that's an eternity. No, Mark, we will not be assimilated. We're not going to turn into a bunch of antichrist sluts like your kind of people. It doesn't work that way. Good people are going to stand up and fight for what's right. There's nothing you can do about that. But I do know you're fixed to be moving to a homeless shelter somewhere because you ain't got no income. It's been nice doing videos with you, Mark. Bye-bye. This will probably be the last one. Remember I told you that, Mark. I'm not feeding you no more. That's why I ain't been doing no videos about you. When I do videos, it's going to be about good things. About my opinion on politics. Things of that nature. But if I'm smiling, Mark, it's because we did kick your ass to the curb where you belong. Me and all them other thousands, 100,000 people actually, Mark, turned on you. Because I remember you had 80,000 on that one channel, and then you had boot yourself back up to 8,000 on another channel, had 10,000 on another channel. You had supposedly you had 18,000 on that radio channel at one time. I seen a lot of comments on there, and all of a sudden they dropped to 0. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you probably had about 120,000 people following you religiously at one time, a few years ago. Then you went and stabbed all the patriots in the back. Sided with Infinity SN, the second wannabe Facebook company that failed because I'm the one that called it out. Patriot Media joined in the ranks, called you out, called them out, shut it down. So now we're on to those little tricks, aren't we? Zuckerberg bitch. That's right. Fuck you again, Zucker bitch. You take your Stevie Wonders and Jeremy Fat Fucks and your little Mark child molesting bitches, bend over and let them stick it right up your bum. We don't care about you other Zucker bitch. If I got anything to say about it, I'm going to definitely do videos against Facebook from now on because Facebook sucks. I've been so happy since I left Facebook. Oh my God. There's no more game interference when I play the video game. And if there is, I just make sure all my useless game programs are not running. I'm trying to download stuff on a computer. I don't have that Facebook running into my computer, slowing it up on my game feed. I have a much better gaming experience. I love my video games all over again. Thanks to leaving Facebook. I'll never, ever be on another Zuckerberg social network or have anything to do with anything that he owns. But now everybody's turning their attention towards your wife, Zuckerberg. What's everybody learning about your wife anyway? Did Mark Connors fuck her too? Is that what happened? Is that how he got the job over there at Infinity SN? Did he get fired from? Mark actually thought that the people wanted him to throw a concert with a bunch of little girls around him. He was going to haul on a bus to Walmart and get a $20 gift certificate. Wow, $20, Mark? Really? Wow. I would think like $2,000 a piece would have been, righteous. But, oh, wait a minute, you're a child molester. Ain't no way in hell parents are going to allow you to throw a concert and haul their daughters to Walmart, Mark. And if you notice, everybody brought that to a stop real fast. No concert because we told on your ass. Me and thousands of other people, bitch. And you don't even know who, what, where, when. The only thing you got is tunnel vision because it's opposite of a pyramid scheme. You got me to look at. Ain't all them other people back behind me that's a pyramid, bitch. That's the way I operate. And I win every damn time. I've been going up against punks like you since the election started. And I'm 100% bitch, and you're just another prime suspect, a victim, an example of what it is to be pathetic. Jeremy Harrell ain't making no money. He's getting paid to do his videos. He got a backer. Just like Johnson, he got a backer. Ain't nobody watch his videos. He's not making enough to afford his damn house payment. Tommy Hodges ain't making no more money. Everybody knows he done stole over $186,000 for people lying to them about that sissy of all rallies. You know, the Democrat rally. Bitches ain't got a clue, do they? So yeah, people, I stand against the evil and for the light. I stand for the good. I don't give a damn what anybody thinks, says, or does. People like Mark and Mark, Marky Mark, Mark and Mark, they're not good enough to stand between a man's legs, hold his head straight up, and give it a little on the little jail bell sack down there. Not even on a used gay man. That's how sad these pathetic people are. And I'm sorry if my language offends your little ears just a little bit. This is how I feel about the matter. I don't like child molesters. I don't like rapists. I don't like crooked people. I don't like crooked politicians. I don't like people that sell out the American people. And when you're running a con job pretending to be a patriot, I'm going to call your ass out every time for the rest of my life. Because I know how to do it, and I know how to shut your ass down. Anybody don't believe it? Give old Mark Connors there a call. Ask him how his business is doing ever since he met me till now. Look up that company, Get Off the BS. Those are just itty bitty. I got a whole long list, folks. If I ever showed you my list of companies, I put out a business, they might gang up on me and come after me. Now I have to beat them up one at a time. It's been fun, though. It has been fun. I enjoyed putting you down like a little bitch you are, Mark. So enjoy this last video on you, mentioning your name. Because you're not even worth my time. That's why I ain't even waste my time doing videos on you. I just don't care about you no more. You're not even a threat to the Patriot movement no more whatsoever. Oh, and guess what else I did? Oh yeah, Overpass for America. The people who take money from the Muslims. Just because I caught them after they've been up and operating for several years, don't mean that's when I said they started. I said that's when I caught them doing it. See, Overpass for America did get paid over $2 million to try to spread out into other states. They've been up and running for a while. They were just a bunch of losing, pathetic fools everybody laughed at. But now we know they're sellouts, backstabbers, traitors, just like you. Oh, yeah. Prime examples, folks. Guaranteed. I got information about them on my website, TrumpsandConservatives.com. Go look it up. I'm fixing to write out a big old dossier on Mark Connors. Kind of tell the whole truth and a whole lot of more truth I ain't never even brought up about you, Mark. And ain't going to be nothing you can do about it. Not a damn thing. I might even mention a few names that might shock you to no end on who told me what, where, and when. Some people that to right now are your very closest associates. Maybe even a family member. But I gave my word. I got to wait till a certain date. But I promise you, Mark, that information is coming out. The only reason I'm going to even keep an ear out about you, and I ain't even got to do that, I'll hear it when it happens, is I can't wait to hear about your woman kicking you to the curb for a better man. You know, somebody can actually get it up. Ooh, that's pathetic. I bet your tongue is working over. She can get tired of that, Mark. Because remember, she likes the sausage and not the limpy dick. So out with the old and used and in with the new. Bye-bye, Mark. How's it feel to have lost? Get somebody who you thought was a nobody. How does it feel to be just another number on the list? I told you when I met you, if you were a bad guy, I was going to put you down. You laughed at me, didn't you? Every one of y'all I told that to. You laughed. Where are all of y'all at now? Every single 25 or so of you. You owned all these media companies. You owned all these so-called patriot organizations. Are you making a lot of money? Damn, that's right. Ain't nobody following your ass no more. If you are getting any money, it's because you're simply on somebody's payroll to be a fake patriot. Promise you folks, it's the only way some of these people are even doing videos online. That or they're on their damn cell phone trying to save face. Because they ain't making no money no more. We done kicked all that to the curb. Just imagine the work put in to bring all of those people down. Prentley, just another victim. Did I hear somebody who owns Prentley had to file bankruptcy? Fuck you too, Prentley. How about that? That's right. I got a good old-fashioned Santa Claus. Fuck you right here. That old fart that used to have get off the BS? That's right. Kicked him to the curb, him and his slut wife a year ago. Fuck you too, bitch. Worked around the list. Man, there's a whole bunch of these companies and cocksuckers. I'm telling you, man, a lot of them. I couldn't believe it, man. I get down one, another one popped up. What about those 50 Muslim organizations partnered with, moving to Las Vegas and get stuck out there? Oh, he can't never do Patriot videos again because he already pulled his pants down. Source. Once you pull your pants down to a video, you can't pull them up again. That's the adage. But let me tell you how it works. Once you're a traitor, you can never be a patriot again. Nobody's going to trust you ever. That's why Scott Bensack is out of the patriot business, and he knows it. Mark, get a clue, you're done, bitch. Not just in doing patriot videos, but you almost picked to kick your ass to the curb, believe that. And to those men who's catching her eyes anytime she leaves that house. Now, I'm not saying I had anything to do with that. But when people find out, especially these younger bucks who can get a hard on, they've got a good big sausage waiting for her, ready to do anything to please that sugar mama. Really nice, young, handsome looking guys. When she goes out somewhere and they're hitting on her, a little smile and a little twinkle in that eye. And then you crawl your old crab walking ass over there and grab you a soda pop. Well, you can't drink soda pop, can you? No, you can't do that. I guess you walk over there and get what's that stuff called you gotta drink when you're can't get it up no more? Somebody help me out here. What's that stuff called? The vanilla shake. He got to go over and get that vanilla shake or the tea or something like that, right? Walks up to the counter like, oh man, crap, sticks it on the counter, buys that crap, and then he gets it in the bag and he walks out like he bought a 6-pack. Ensure, that's what he goes to. He goes to 7-Eleven, well, it ain't 7-Eleven, but the local store down there, buys his insurance, and he walks back up to his woman, and she's over there getting smiles from that young buck, and she's smiling back, and he walks up, and he don't even notice because he's too stupid. He's huffing and puffing, walking up to the counter, lifting that bag up to the counter. That pale white, all shriveled up now. He didn't even notice. Mark, you might start paying attention. She's been smiling at this other dude. Dude, you are gone. And if she hadn't admitted it yet, the first time he nails that ass, bye-bye, bitch. That's the way it works in your world. See, people like you get what you deserve in the end. You're going to die unhappy no matter what. And you, damn, I wouldn't want to be you to save my life. You got no retirement ever coming in. You didn't earn enough money in the last few years. And you got no income. You're too lazy to get a job. You're too old and out of shape now to do any kind of work besides be a bellman at the door. And ain't no hotel's going to hire a child molester. And when people find out you're working for some hotel, they're just going to tell on you and you're going to get fired and lose the job. Hey, you can't even go to work for Walmart. You give them a bad name. Well, they can't have that. Bye. Hell, they won't even hire you. You might go get you, like a construction job, because most of the folks, they don't care. Like when you came to America from Cuba and you started out mowing lawns for a living, that kind of job. Yeah. The job for, when people come to America and they ain't got no trade and they ain't got no education. Of course, a lot of them come over here do, but you're one of those that didn't. And you still don't. You got nothing. Your trade, you lost that when you raped those 3 underage girls. So, Mark, you're over. You're done with. You gave it your best shot. You actually were doing good until you backstabbed everybody. A damn shame. I tried to tell you that. I tried to warn you. And I know you heard me. Because that one day we had to get along and talk about it, and you listened to me and you agreed to everything. I acted like you agreed to everything I said. That night you blocked me on Facebook, that first account. I knew then what was up. That's why I started looking into you. That's why other people started looking into you, Mark. Because I started calling you out. And when they started looking into you, hoo-wee, you pissed off the wrong couple, didn't you? And then it spread. And it was easy to do, Mark. You were an easy target. You were the weakest link. Bringing you down was as easy as breathing. I did enjoy it. It was fun for me. I know it wasn't fun for you. Yeah, but that just puts a smile on my face. So thank you to all the helpers out there who helped me. Thank you to all the real Christians out there. God loves you. I love you. And to all the wicked people of the world, I just don't give a damn about you. Y'all can go down like Mark Connors for all I care. Because I got other people on my list. Trust me. And they're going to have some rude awakenings in the future too. Just like we did you, Mark. So y'all enjoy your victory out there, folks. God bless. Everybody have a good day. Bye-bye, Mark. I hope you get to do a video since I've done a video, because we all know that without my platform, you got no platform. You got nothing. You're pathetic. If I wrote you a script, you couldn't do it. That's pretty damn pathetic. That's what I think. Well, there it is, folks. What do you think? That is worth a drink, isn't it? Damn. And I got coffee and I'm still thirsty. I gotta dig into my last sip of tea. I should have a cup of drink out yesterday. I ain't even cleaned it yet. Da 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 da. This is my cup, bitch. Mark Connors, You lost. That's right, baby. Right there. Hillary lost. Trump won. That's the bottom line. This is your president. And that's why I still drink out of this cup to this day. I don't give a damn what nobody says. I wear this hat everywhere I go down here. People love it. Actually, I need to move that over here. Take it to the kitchen when I get my ass up. Here's what it is. Well, I'm sorry if I ain't drinking no beer today, folks. This month is like my sober month. I gotta have a sober month in the year. This is it. And I think I got to like the 25th. And my month will be up. I'm gonna go buy a whole bunch of wine and beer. Especially that red wine. Let me tell you the best wine you ever will drink on the face of this earth. Go buy you a really good tasting red wine. Or a really great tasting grape wine. A real grape wine that really tastes like a good sweet grape. Sweet red or sweet grape wine. Get you some Nestle's quick. Pour it in a cup like a jar. I like to use a jar. Better than a wine glass because wine glass is fragile. It breaks. Wine glass is for those little gay boys and, you know, guys that want to drink with their women, you know, the sissy boys. See, if you're a real man, you drink out of a damn mug. It don't matter if it's wine or wine. Hell, they used to drink it right out of the damn jug or the flask. A big old leather, what they carried the wine, and throw it on their back, take a little walk, drink some more wine. And them boys were doing it right back in the day. So I use a jar. Some people see me do it. And it's the best wine glasses. Big ones, the smaller ones are really good for wine. You put your wine in there, you put you some Nestle's quick chocolate in there, and you mix it up, stir it up real good. And oh, God. And if you want to know how to do it better, go get you a bunch of, like a bowl of cherries. Drink you some wine, eat you a cherry. Eat you a cherry, drink you a little wine. Oh, God bless America. Now, if you really want to soup it up, a super nitrous octane, get your taste buds like blasting into outer space. Take them stems off them cherries. Get you a big old bowl of cherries to, you know, a glass of wine. And get you a whole bunch of Nestle's chocolate. Put it in there till it looks nice and brown. And then you stick it in the blender and you blend it up. And then you take you a little bit of pineapple and throw that in there. Yeah. Now you're talking. Then you pour that in your little cup. Put your little whipped cream on top. Ooh, let me tell you something, buddy. If we can't invent great drinks down here in Texas, we just can't invent. And I'm telling you, hell, y'all seen me drink wine with chocolate in it on the show. And I'm telling you what is the best way to drink wine. I don't give a damn what anybody says. And it goes good with everything. It even goes good with pancakes. Now, have you ever heard of wine going with pancakes? No, you hear about the white wine with the fish and the red wine for the steak. And yeah, that's all good. I've been there and done that, and I still do it to this day, especially when I go eat at the wine house every month or every 2 weeks. You know me, been there and done that too. Y'all see me do videos where I'm at the wine bar. And so check it out. If you want a wine that will go with anything, good red, sweet, or grape sweet wine, a good one. And there are some out there you can get for like $20, $30 that are really good. And you take that chocolate, mix it in there, get you some cherries and a big old plate of pancakes. Ooh, boy, you can eat that with steak, fish, ham, sausage, hot dogs, anything. It's just good. That wine is my invention, and it goes with any kind of food on earth. Now, if you want to do the white wine, then I got to suggest a little strawberry, Nestle strawberry. You stick that in there, and when it gets nice and pinkish, you can drink that. People might think you're a little funny, so you got to watch doing that in public. So if you're going to do it in public, I'll make one suggestion. Get you some fruit punch mix and stick it in there. That way it's red. Yeah, see what I'm getting at? You can use cherry. Cherry works even better if you ask me. But you want to turn it red so it's not pink. So if you do it out in public, take you some mix with you, a little bit of chocolate, bag of chocolate with you. Get your wine, stick your chocolate in there, get your bowl of cherries, put them up there. People be looking at you all weird like, and mix all that in there real good. A little strawberry and a white wine. Oh, good God Almighty. You want to talk about something that goes great with lobster and crab and shrimp? Oh, I'm talking butter Barbary Coast shrimp. Oh, damn. It's like the best food on earth. My God, especially barbecue. Oh my God. Y'all want to know the best type of food on earth you can't eat enough of? You just can't quit eating it? Lobster or shrimp or crawdads or crab. You get your basket. You throw it all in there. Melt your butter right there on the barbecue pit. It's got to be a flat basket now. Flat. You got to have a flat, big old flat. You're going to need about 2 of them. Melt your butter. Put it on your, or you can have your, we got a little stove right there. Mix your butter. Get your brush out. Brush it on there and throw it upside down on that grill. And as soon as you brush the other one, 1, 2, flip it over. Brush it again. Take it off. Oh, stick it aside. Do the other one. I mean, it cooks that quick. Don't leave it on there for like 5 seconds. Hell no. You barbecue it, and aside you barbecue, you put it down. As soon as you put it down, you count 1, 2. While you're buttering it, or as fast as you can butter it real good, flip it over. And then count 1, 2, and then take it off. You can open it up. If you only got 2, you can buy like 8 of them, 10 of them, and just keep cooking them. Once you get them all cooked, throw them in the damn big old bowl. You know what I'm saying? Throw them up in there. Oh my God. But let me tell you the secret. That's not the secret. Get you some really good white Zinfandel wine. Drinking wine, not cooking wine. You take all of that product, whether it's shrimp, lobster, or whatever you're cooking, and you put it in a bowl or some kind of a container. It could be a flat square one if you're doing shrimp. If it's lobster, you got to have a big old pan. So you throw all of that white wine in there. So you got to buy like a lot if you're doing a lobster. So you better have a pan to fit with the lobster so you can do less wine. It's going to take you about 4 bottles of wine. You throw that up in there, or if it's shrimp, it'll take you about a bottle. Throw that up in there and let it marinate for at least 24 hours. You really want to go about a day and a half. So in other words, you do it at night one day, like on Monday, and then like Wednesday morning, you open the ice box, get your shrimp out, go to the barbecue pit, put it on a panel, get your butter out, and do it like I told you. I promise to God, when you get done cooking that, I don't care if you cook 10 pounds, there ain't going to be nothing left. There ain't going to be no leftovers for the next day. I guarantee it. And what's the best kind of wine to drink with that? Bob's invention. White wine with some strawberry Nestle's Quick with a bunch of cherries blended in. Ooh, damn, boy. Just can't go wrong listening to me, because I'm going to give you all kinds of ideas how to eat, how to enjoy life, and how to have fun. And the number one advice I got to all of you is find your stone in Christ. Because Christ gave his life for you. And do you know who Christ really is? That's God. Come walk the earth to show you the way, to show you how to live, to show you how to have faith, even in the face of death of being nailed to a freaking cross. You can question God. God, why me? Okay, God. All right, whatever your reason is, I'm here. Take my life. I'm ready. So you're dying, you're on the cross, but you don't give up your faith. Because you got to remember that people even go to hell and didn't lose their faith. And Christ went into hell and pulled them out of hell and saved them. So don't lose your faith, man. You can be upset in life because you ain't got a job. Let me tell you something. We're just here for a test of faith. Think about all them people that were slaughtered throughout history just for being Christians when they went looking for Christ. Did you know at that point in time there was more people killed during that point in time that there was in any massacre in the history of the world? You don't believe me? There was over 800 and I think 50, I want to say 50,000. I can't remember now. It's been so long since I read that part. Was it 880,000? Something like that. There's over 800,000 people killed just in one setting. They said there was in testimony over lined up mad at a time and beheaded them because they would not tell them where Jesus Christ was. And what happened when the witnesses found him? Well, the one that tried to rob his family when they was young, he withered his hand. When they found him, they all kind of fell on their knees in shock. I'm sorry, man. God, don't kill me, man. I'm sorry. And Jesus grabbed the withered. He walked up to the withered man actually, and he says, "You're forgiven. Give me your hand," like he's shaking his hand kind of thing. Puts his hand up to Christ, and Christ touches his hand, and his hand turned normal again. There are sinners out there. You think you're really all that tough and bad? You ain't nothing. Abraham committed every single sin in the Bible and became known as the father of all mankind, even though he's not. Noah is the father of all mankind next to Adam. He's a lineage of Adam. So is Abraham. God tapped him on the shoulder just to use him as an example that no matter how big, bad, and tough and what kind of a sinner you are, it don't matter who you are, what sin you've committed. No matter if you gaze a $3 bill, you can still decide to follow God instead of evil. And once you do that and you draw that line, there ain't no turning back. You can't give up your faith. That's what you call written in stone, baby. That's me. I don't think there's a God. I know there's a God. For those of you that don't, the only way you're going to find him is to draw that line, put it in stone, and never have the slightest possibility of going back to the other side. That's a hell no. For those of you that believe in purgatory and life in hell and all that, man, you don't know what the hell you're listening to or reading in the Bible, the wrong people. Let me tell you exactly what that means and what it says. See, in the end, all of God's people are going to be taken up, given new bodies, live another life. It's always a third. A third of the angels fell from hell. A third of the people that live in this earth age will deny God. When we're all reborn again, everybody who ever lived, it will be a third of the people in the end that deny God, and God's people will be taken to heaven. It's like passing water through a purifier. Everything that's not pure, anything that's evil or dirty per se, is going to be filtered out of the new you. It's going to be you, but angel-like. Only set above the angels because they never went through this kind of test of faith. Never. People can argue that all you want. That would be a contradiction. There is no contradiction in the Bible. I don't care if a damn scholar been to some kind of seminary for 20 years, 40 years, 50 years he's been teaching. I don't give a damn. He's a freaking idiot. I'll prove him wrong every time. And I ain't no scholar. But I read the Bible enough times challenging everything you ever freaking heard about. There's a contradiction in the Bible. I kept reading it and I proved it all wrong. You know how you do it? You keep reading the book, you keep reading it, you keep reading it. You know what you learn? That you're wrong. Whatever you were thinking about heaven, hell, and earth, you were wrong. You learn that there's only one meaning all the way through the Bible that stands to be true. And once you are able to follow that line from front to back in the Bible, whether it's the Catholic Bible, the Bishop's Bible, the Protestant Bible, it just doesn't matter. Once you follow that line from front to back, it's kind of like a running back that can't be tackled. He's going to run for a touchdown, guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? In end times, all the good people get to go to heaven. That's called eternal life. You learn from God, you go on, you be as a God. Not going to be God, but you're going to be as God. You're going to be like God. God's created a family that has eternal life. All you people that chose not to go with God, you have chosen not to exist anymore. You've chosen not to live anymore. That means you will become nothing. And if you're good with that, the smaller percentage. See, the 84%, 85%, whatever it is, we're going to be up there in heaven. We're the majority. So no matter where you live, what you think, oh, the majority of people in my little old town of 20 is gay. We're all gay in this town. Big freaking deal. The majority of those gay people are Christian. And that's how this works, Mark. People turn against you because they're good people. They don't want to be associated with evil like that. Little message to all you little evil people out there. You're not as secure as you think you are. Once we peel back the paper, open the box up, out pops the evil, and we show everybody. People take a roll of this and they wipe you clean off of them. That's right. Kind of like filtering out the bad. Oh, yeah. Might even puff up their little smell good back there so you smell right. Oh, yeah. At least if you're a real man, you believe in being clean. But anyway, my point is, folks, that in the end times, that's what it's going to be. You're going to live for eternity or you're not going to exist. You're just here for a test of faith. That's the only reason you're here. So make up your mind. Make it now. Don't waste time. Life's too short for that. Once you end up like Mark Connors, you're kind of stuck in your ways. Now, one could only hope that he'd turn the other cheek, but Christ did say in Matthew, what was it, 5:12 or 12:21 or something like that. I can't remember now. On your last, you've heard it said in the days of old, on your last breath, you can look up to me and ask for forgiveness, and it will be granted. But verily I say unto you that that is not so. That on the day that is we go. That's right. Work without deeds is dead, saith the Lord. So for all you people out there, you better turn to God now and never think about turning back. Admit to all your wrongdoing, tell the truth, and the truth, what's that adage? The truth shall set you free. So I'm not perfect. I sin, I dip. Okay, big deal. I cuss, I drink. I love God to no end. I love people to no end. From the heart. Just care about people. The truth shall set you free. Remember that. And once you come to that realization and you are open with that, it's like taking a breath of fresh air out in the country. And you grew up in the city, all the smog and everything. Woo-wee. You get out there in that country, take a good old deep breath, and you're like, oh, man, you ain't never moving back to the city. Now, you don't have to, right? Yeah, it's kind of what it's like. I guarantee you there is no other ultimate happiness than that you have beaten all evil once. You draw that line in the sand and you stand on the side of righteousness. I promise you that. I guarantee it. Doesn't matter what evil becomes your body or you. It doesn't matter. Because you're going to go on living, you're going to go on succeeding. And if you don't, it was meant to be. You can't change what God's plan is. I heard an ex-preacher one time say, I don't believe in God no more because a drunk driver hit my car. My wife was driving and it killed her and my daughter. Why would God do that to a child? So I had to remind this lifelong preacher that been going to seminary for 26 years and been preaching for over 10 that was a lead pastor in a church. What about that little part of the Bible where it says, Don't worry about your children. For the children who die young as children, even the babies, when they die, it was because God had seen their heart and that they were too good to even have to bother living this test of faith in this day and age. And out of those people shall be the 188,000. In case you were wondering, it's not going to be me. It's not going to be you. It's not going to be all these other I'm a Christian lying sacks of you know what. It's not going to be all these even good pastors out there. No. Y'all need to go back and do your reading. Put it all together. It's only out of the children that were too good. They already knew. It was a done deal the second they were born. Out of those shall be the 188,000 come to lead the way in the next age. You understand? We're not that good. We actually had to live this life to make up our choice. We had to live this life to wake up and smell the coffee. And for those that don't in this life, they will in the next. Well, a lot of them will. Only a third of the people who will ever have been born shall not accept God. Remember that. And I'm not going to say it ain't never too late. But there ain't no harm in jumping on God's bandwagon now. That's your salvation, folks. Give God a chance. Well, you too scared? It makes you the loser, not God. I'll catch you on the next go around, folks. God bless everybody out there. And just remember, what's going on right now, we can fix it through the power of voting.